How you doing? So I'm gonna showcase you guys a Mr. Sinister Nerf showcase. So I saw Mr. Sinister video and it was really hard to watch. So I was gonna make this video long time ago, but I was sick for almost a month, so I'm better now. So it just makes me want to make this video, of course, after seeing this video of a Mr. 7-star rank 4 Mr. Sinister showcase. Like I said, it was hard to watch. So let's just give you guys a better video, I would think, in my opinion. So a lot of people have been talking about Mr. Sinister. Why is he nerfed? Because people have been asking me, what do you mean nerf? So basically, when it comes to Mr. Sinister, when it comes to his signature ability, um, his science regeneration rate, where he's supposed to get 20% regeneration rate every time he wins against Science Champion at max sig. So basically, if you win 3 fights against Science Champion, you get increased regeneration rate by 60% and then up to 120% because you can gain 3 of them at random. So that is just crazy. Getting 120% regen extract extra potency, even 60% it's alone is pretty crazy. So I wanted to make this video saying that why Mr. Sinister is the best champion in the game, but pre-nerf. But nobody really knows how he would be if he was actually working based on his buff details. But nobody knows that, right? But just put it this way, you know, if you could imagine he's unbeatable basically. That's why I think pre-nerf, or if he's actually working that the way he's supposed to be, he would be unbeatable if he wins 3 fights against Science Champion. But unfortunately, he's I don't know what to call it. So this is really more of a nerf showcase how good Mr. Sinister is. So let's do a comparison. So my like I mentioned, I think pre-nerf Mr. Sinister is going to be without a doubt best champion in the game, for average player at least. So let's compare him to some of the people that think they are the best champions in the game. So out of the comparison, Kate Bishop is probably the least likely out of the champions I'll be comparing. So let's just talk about the best players in the world, okay? Compare Mr. Sinister to the best players in the world compared to Kate Bishop. All right. So first of all, this is not to satisfy the top 1%. So there'll be no talking about battlegrounds. Okay. Most of my lines don't even play battlegrounds. And I was watching Mr. Sinister showcase. They're talking about uh what's that? What is it? Inequity. I'm like, bro, nobody cares. Nobody runs inequity. Okay. Like most people don't. It's just a fact. Okay. Ironically, Mr. Sinister is actually pretty good with inequity because that will just make him more tankier than he already is. And he's also good with despair because he inflicts a lot of debuffs. But we're not going to be talking about that. This is for most of the communities, so we're not going to be talking about the 1%. So if you're talking about like, oh, this is for the top 1%, nope, you got the wrong video. This is not the video for you. So when it comes to Kate Bishop, let's talk about Necropolis. Okay, for the best players in the world, I think Kate Bishop, even though I think it might be close, Kate Bishop will probably be better than Mr. Sinister. Now let's talk about that's Necropolis. So let's talk about Abyss. I think it's also close, but I think Kate Bishop is better than Mr. Sinister, and I'm talking about the hands of the best players in the world. And let's talk about Incursion. Not even close. Mr. Sinister, not even close. Is so much better than Kate Bishop in Incursion. So we're just gonna um, count every category as 1 point each, because even though there are infinite fights in Incursion, we could just say, oh, who can solo the most fights? And that would be Hela and Angela. But since there's infinite fights in Incursion, that's why they are the two most broken champions in the game. But I don't think that's fair because not everybody goes past zone 25 in Incursion. So we're not going to think about that. So we're just gonna count it as 1 point. So Mr. Sinister, better champion incursion, not even close. So we're at 2-1. What about damage mastery? Not even close. Mr. Sinister is just much better with damage mastery, especially in Necropolis. Um, what else? So that's 2-2. We're tied at 2-2. Now what else? Questing. Pretty much in quest. Could be close, but if you're talking about the best players in the world, yeah, you might give a slight edge to Kate Bishop. So, as you can see, with the best players in the world, and we're talking about the nerf version, by the way. We're not talking about if he was actually working the way he's supposed to be. We're just talking about the nerf version. So 3-2 for the best players in the world. Okay, now what if you give it to the average player? Okay, like myself or even beginners, but let's talk about average players. Uh, there's a reason why Kate Bishop didn't make it as a 7-star because the community voted. Okay, simple as that. The community voted. They don't like her because she's not easy to use for the average player. That's why she didn't win. So Necropolis, not even close. For the average player, Mr. Sinister is going to win that fight. Abyss, not even close. Mr. Sinister is going to take that fight. And what else? Incursion, not even close. Damage Mastery, not even close. Questing, not even close. Mr. Sinister will win that fight. 5-0 for the hands of an average player like myself. And we can even, count like not just the average player, we can put it all in the same category. The best players, the average players, the entire community population when it comes to Marble Contest of Champion. I'm willing to bet that Mr. Sinister will solo way more fights than Kate Bishop in all fights in the game when you talk about the entire community, okay? And I'm talking about the pre-nerf version. I mean the nerf version, not the pre-nerf version. I'm talking about the nerf version. So who else can compete with Mr. Sinister? And again, this is the nerf version. Onslaught. Onslaught, again, this is from the hands of the best players in the world. I would say that Necropolis, I give it to Onslaught. And Abyss, I give it to Onslaught, so that's 2-0. Damage Mastery, of course, that goes to Mr. Sinister. Incursion, that of course, not even close, that goes to Mr. Sinister. And questing, I think it's gonna be close, but let's just give it to Onslaught. So 3-2, same thing with Kate Bishop against the hands of the best players in the world. Now give it to the best, to average player like myself. Not even close. Necropolis, Mr. Sinister Nerf version takes that cake. Abyss as well. Of course, Damage Mastery, Incursion, not even close. And Questing as well, not even close. Mr. Sinister will win that, hands down. Like I said, same thing with Kate Bishop. If it's not just the best players in the world, the entire community from MCOC, I'm willing to bet Mr. Sinister will solo more fights than Onslaught. So the only really competitor Mr. Sinister has, and we're not even considering for the best champions because even though Hercules is not the hardest champion to use, he's or the easiest champion to use, he's actually manageable to use for the average players. So I think if you're talking about the best players in the world, I think Mr. Sinister might have a slight edge. I don't really know because I'm not the best player in the world, so we're just gonna, you know, not put that in the category, but let's just talk about who can solo more fights. Not solo more fights. Let's just talk about Necropolis. Necropolis, not even close. Uh, Mr. Sinister wins that hands down. For some reason, Kabam decided to nerf Hercules in Necropolis because they have no idea what they're talking about. They think he's gonna be like this really great champion for Necropolis when he was not even the top 10 best champion for Abyss. And now let's talk about Abyss. I think Mr. Sinister will win that, so that's really 2-0. And when it comes to damage mastery, hard to tell. but it's definitely close for sure. I think Hercules needs it more because you want to do as much damage from his immortality. So I'm gonna give it to Mr. Hercules when it comes to damage mastery, but it's pretty close. Questing, yeah, I think this is probably, if you're talking about the nerf version of Mr. Sinister, yeah, this is not even close. Hercules takes that fight, that win. Hercules at max sig, especially if you have damage mastery, 20% revive can go a very long way with Hercules. Uh, what else? So that's 2-1 or 2-2, and that comes to the tiebreaker when it comes to incursion. So they took away defense cascade. If they didn't take defense cascade, I would give the win to Mr. Sinister. But they did remove defense cascade, and you're gonna see some gameplay with defense cascade. You can see how broken Mr. Sinister. I mean, how balanced he is. I meant to say balance. How balanced he is with defense cascade. But Kabam felt like it was too powerful, so they removed it because it's too powerful for Angela mostly, and it's also too powerful for Mr. Sinister. So I want to show you guys some gameplay, and you might think that I'm the best player in the world if you see some of my gameplay. I don't think that would be the case, and I could certainly make a video on my channel saying that I'm the best player in the world. Just, bunch of videos saying, convince you that I'm the best player in the world, but that's not, I don't want to be that. I want to keep it real. I show you guys my bad fights, I show you guys my good fights, but really, this is coming from an average player, which we're going to be talking about. So before I do, I just want to show you guys a few I say, you can say pretty disturbing comments. I don't know exactly what the right word is. So this came from Usafa's channel. Solo looks trash, lol. Don't base your opinion on my gameplay. Wait for MSD's video tomorrow. That is just very disturbing. Like, I will make a video to say what is an average player and what else. We'll do some more average player gameplay and what is too broken in MCOC. Those are different videos, but this is really disturbing to hear. If you base a champion on MSD skill, then every champion in the game is broken. That makes no sense. That's very disturbing to see. So we'll talk about it in a different video. So this was my video when it comes to Sentry. So you got some pretty bad comments, which I'm fine with. I have no problem with people giving bad comments or criticizing because it's a free country, freedom of speech, so I'm okay with that. Because I believe in freedom of speech. So this guy or this person said that gameplay is not average, it's awful. So yeah, you're terrible or ban you to the game. You shouldn't be anywhere near Necropolis. Bro, this guy, I completed Necropolis using only 6-star Aegon. Nobody else. Only using 6-star Aegon when everybody else is using 7-star rank 3 with 5 champions. Using 5 champions with 7-star rank 3 and I use 6-star Aegon. Just him to complete Necropolis. So this guy has no clue what he's talking about, of course. Another one, let's see. Mate, delete this video and log out of MC. This gameplay is horrendous. There is still time to delete this. This is from the Sentry video, by the way. So, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I'm going to show you videos, like I said, might look like I'm the best player in the world. I don't think so, but because some videos are not going to be perfect. But if I can do the stuff in the gameplay that you're about to see as an average player, imagine you can do it too if you're an average player or you're better than an average player. So this is why I think it's very important, and that's why it's a bit disturbing when I saw that video comment from Musafa saying that wait for MSD's channel, because if you base on MSD skill, every champion in the game is broken. So this, I'm telling you, this is my gameplay. If I'm the worst player in the world, I mean, this makes it even more amazing how Mr. Sinister is, how great he is. Even if I was, just confirms how good he is. So once again, I mentioned earlier I saw 7-star rank for Mr. Sinister gameplay. it was hard to watch. It was so bad, bro. I mean, the only decent fight I saw was against Hulk in Realm of Legends, 20 seconds to take down 547,000 health, which is decent, I would say. Decent, maybe above average, but you know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna showcase you guys some plays in incursion where he takes out a million health, over a million health in 14 seconds with a 6 star. This is a 7 star rank 4, by the way. I'm going to show you a 6 star version of Mr. Sinister taking down more than a million health uh, in 14 seconds. And this is 20 seconds, 547,000 health, basically half the health. And I know it's completely different. I understand that incursion and Realm of Legends are two different things. That's why I would, if I base everything in incursion, obviously this is gonna be very slow for a 7 star rank 4. But I don't let the incursion influence me to know how good a damage is when it comes to like questing, or in this case Realm of Legends. Okay, I don't let that influence me. If I let incursion influence me on the damage, then I would say how this is just very, very, very slow. Okay, for a 7 star rank 4. But then again, when you see people that are influenced by social media, especially battlegrounds, when you see a champion taking down what 300,000 health, basically half the health of this Hulk in 20 seconds, they will say that's fast. You know, so obviously 547k in 20 seconds, you're going to say that's very fast. But in realistically, it's not that fast. You could say it's above average since he's not running damage mastery. But if he was running damage mastery, I say this is average. So basically, imagine if you have a 5 star, rank 5, okay, taking down, not ascended, taking down Realm of Legends Winter Soldier in 63 seconds. Would you say that's fast? No, of course not. You would say that's average. Because why am I comparing it to a 5 star rank 5? Because a 7 star rank 4 has more than three times, more than three times the attack of a 5 star rank 5 not ascended. So that's pretty much equivalent to taking the down, it's pretty much the same health. So taking down Hulk in 63 seconds with a 5 star rank 5. Okay, I've actually take down Winter Soldier Realm of Legends in 63 seconds with a 4 star Nebula. Okay, 4 star Nebula, and I think Hela or Cosmic Ghost Rider could probably even do it faster. So if a 4 star, if a 63 seconds, now that's very fast. That's without boost. Also, that's without boost. So that is very fast. 63 seconds for 4 star. Uh, for 5 star, it's just I would say average with damage mastery. Without damage mastery, I think it's above average for able to do that. So this is definitely above average. So this is the only decent gameplay I saw from this channel. It was hard to watch, but this I gotta give credit where credit's due. I think this was decent fight. 20 seconds. So let's talk about my gameplay. So for the people saying that, oh, you're using synergy, you're using full synergy, blah 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 blah. Well, too bad. You know what? Like I said, this this is not to satisfy the top 1% that only plays, that nothing has nothing better to do in life than play battlegrounds. So that's why there will be no battlegrounds. And you know what? Synergy is part of the game, bro, whether you like it or not. But I just want to showcase to you guys his utility without synergy, okay? Without synergy. This is without synergy. So we're going to take a look at it. So one of his utility is he kind of has like a Doom ability with his special 3, where he takes what is that, power burns opponents health. And I didn't realize about until this gameplay he can actually, I already knew that, but I wasn't even paying attention. He can actually block unblockable special attacks. That's why he was able to block uh Colossus Special 2 because it's unblockable against non-tech, so it has to be non-tech. Also, another thing I noticed in this fight, which you're gonna see a little bit later, so really it's more about utility showcase. So here you go, and I really wanted to showcase you this because why it's really important. He can block unblockable special attack. So we're gonna go up against Heimdall here. I'm gonna showcase to you guys right here. This is unblockable, and you cannot dex that. If you can, let me know. I don't think you could. So you cannot dex Heimdall's special too. So you have to block it, and it's unblockable. So just another part of his utility. He can drain your. He can power burn you from his special 3. He can block unblockable special attack from non-tech. What else? And right here, this is from his special 2, so we're gonna take a look at his special 2. So am I gonna get hit on purpose here? No, it's not on this fight. I think it's on the next fight. We're trying to get hit on purpose. So usually Hercules has his immortality, but when it comes to Mr. Sinister, he can reduce ability accuracy by 100% on his special 2. So that's why you didn't see Hercules trigger his immortality. So so that can come really handy. I think when it comes to special 2, when it comes to the special 2, it's like very similar to I believe it is very similar to Archangel, where he reduces ability accuracy by 100%. So as you can see again, no immortality. So same thing with Hela. So, and I actually didn't realize it, that he also can reduce ability accuracy from his special 3. So most people see Mr. Sinister as the champion that you just throws SP1, but he has utility from his special 2 and his special 3 when you need him. So we're going to talk about his special 3, how it can reduce, we call this ability accuracy. And you'll see Hela's indestructibility is not going to trigger in this fight. Boom, you see that? Demon triggers her immortality because of Mr. Sinister ability to reduce ability accuracy by 100%. So another utility he has, let me show you. Again, this is the fight that I was talking about earlier. This is over 1 million health using a 6-star. No boost. 6-star Hercules. 6-star Mr. Sinister. No boost, okay? So he's about to beat this Mr. Negative in 14 seconds. But let me talk about the utility part. As you can see here, I'm supposed to have reverse control at that point, but he's immune to reverse control. And without me even noticing it in this fight until I played it back, oh yeah, this guy is immune to reverse control. So as you can see, this fight is over 1 million health, okay? With a 6-star. With a 6-star. Okay? 14 seconds. Over 1 million health in 14 seconds with a 6-star Mr. Sinister. So I know Incursion and Realm of Legends are two different things. That's why I don't influence myself to saying, oh, that 20 seconds is so slow compared to this, right? But you know how people are influenced when it comes to Battlegrounds, and they think, 20 seconds for taking down 300k is fast, and they think, oh, because Battlegrounds, that's how it is. Blah, 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 blah. You let, people are influenced by that, and I don't get influenced by that. I see the gameplay from the game mode I want to play, and I decide if that's fast or not based on Battlegrounds. I don't give an F what Battlegrounds do, and I don't base all my damage in Incursion. I base it on the node or the game mode I'm playing. So he's also reverse control. So yes, this is pretty much showcasing you guys his utility. So let's see some gameplay from Mr. Sinister. So this is from Alliance Quest, map 6. You know what? I was going through the path and I just want to show you how how good this guy is. I decided to go against Nimrod. Nimrod is pretty much the worst champion you could go up against, right? Supposedly against Mr. Sinister, and I'm not even fully charged. And before this, I soloed at least 7 fights. I think I did solo 8 fights. He won against Yondu, I believe, and he's tagged, so you don't get charged from that. So I believe I did solo 8 fights before coming to this. This fight is a bit, definitely, I would say play a little bit better, but not much you really can do since he's not fully ramped up, as well as he's going up against Robot. So we're just gonna skip to the end. So you can see there, solo. Yeah, it did take a while, but after that, the rest of the fights is fairly easy. And then keep in mind, he's tech, so I got class disadvantage. So going up against another tech with class disadvantage, let's see how well he does. Yeah, so as you can see, I soloed at least 9 fights coming to this fight. No revives used, no health potions used. So against another tech champion, solo, not a problem. So who are going up against next? Against Kang. Let's go forward, forward. Oh, still fast. Boom, another solo by Mr. Sinister. How many fights have I soloed before that? How many is that? 3 techs in a row? So I've soloed, what, 11 fights before coming to the map boss. What do you call this? Cosmic Ghost Rider. Okay. This is the boss in map 6. And this is without boost, and this is without damage mastery as well. So you can see this guy is just a monster, bro. I mean, just showcase you guys. Pretty much soloed, what, 12 fights without any revives or boost. It just shows you how bad this guy is. Even though I don't care about Alliance War or Battlegrounds, he seems to be a tough defender. I think this is just the mini boss. I think he's harder than Cosmic Ghost Rider, and he's the final boss. And I have actually told my alliance to, like, do not worry about the boss. I will handle them. I have champions that can take them, you know. And because they have a hard time fighting, and look at my masteries. It's so, this is just how bad my masteries are. To be able to solve this fight with just really not good masteries, it just show you how good Mr. Sinister is. Again, oh, see, I don't know. Is there? Should be in the comments section. I guess I don't see it. But I told my alliance, do not worry about the bosses. I have champions that can handle them. And I think because Mr. Sinister is hard, I don't think he's easy defender. At least not in this, when it comes to map 6. That's why I told my alliance to say that I got this. But to, not to say my alliance teammates is bad. I think to defend them, they're most of them are new to the game, and not only that, they just don't have the champions to counter Mr. Sinister. That's why I said I will do it myself. So right here, fortunately, he got me before I can get to him. But as you know, Mr. Heimdall comes to the rescue, the most important champion in the game, as I said like 2 years ago, and he still is. Got the solo. Got the solo. Okay, show you how bad this guy is. Okay, this was another alliance. What do you call this? Another day. So as you can see, I soloed at least 10 fights, and I'm fighting Cosmic Ghost Rider with 100% health. This guy has just great for pretty much everything in the game. I think he's okay for Battlegrounds and Alliance War, but I don't really care too much about those. But every other game mode, this guy is just a beast. Another thing too is this is the first time in the Reno XP gaming account. What do you call this? No, can they see it? Yeah, you can see I'm using autofight. So this is the first time me completing Realm of Legends when it comes to Reno XP gaming using autofight. By the way, he completed the entire Realm of Legends using autofight. I actually, that's how good this guy is. Not many champion as a 6-star can autofight Realm of Legends. And I'm going to show you my masters. As you can see here, first time completing Realm of Legends using autofight. How badass can you have to be? And this is the nerf version, by the way. So, do you see my masteries, how crappy it is? Let's just show you another reason why this guy is so good. So this was literally me sick, laying in my bed fighting this Catalyst. This is my first time with Mr. Sinister, and the second time I ever fought her. The first time I fought her was using Diablo. Look how many hits I took. 63 hits. Okay, can Hercules do that? I don't think so. So I didn't unfortunately get the solo. As you can see, this was the first one. I did have to use a revive because I took a special 3. And when it comes to Act 8 final boss, when you take a special 3, they're automatically KO you because of how important Heimdall is. Heimdall would have saved me for this one, but unfortunately it doesn't work because they have a node where their special 3 will KO you no matter what. So this could have been solo because I had Heimdall, but there's, like I said, there's that node. So look how many hits I took with one revive, by the way. 45 plus 63. 100, was that 108? 108 hits. One revives to take down this 8.1 Catalyst boss. I mean, this guy is just badass, dude. Can Hercules take 100 as a 6-star? Oh, well, he's not a 7-star, but can 6-star Hercules take 108 hits? I doubt it. Okay, so, and this was my first attempt with Mr. Sinister, and it's the only second time fighting Gwynmaster. I soloed it a minute and 52. Okay, and let me show you. And this is my team. By the way, I don't have any full synergy team, meaning like 5 champions. I could have done. I did have a video. It's in the channel where I took down Realm of Legends Winter Soldier in 23 seconds with full synergy. And I've actually done it in 22 seconds as well. But I don't think there's gonna be any gameplay where I had a full synergy. So in this case, I thought this was gonna be like really like, oh, I gotta use all my champions, so let me use Hulkling just in case. So I took out Wolverine, I believe. Or I didn't use Wolverine. So my only really synergy for damage here is Apocalypse, okay? And I was boosted, but I'm not running damage mastery. So if I was running damage mastery and I wasn't boosted, this fight would have been faster. But still, a minute and 52 seconds. First attempt with Mr. Sinister and only Apocalypse synergy for damage. First attempt solo. That just show you how good this guy is. It's just crazy, dude. So let's see. Oh yeah. So like I said, I could show you how good I am, blah blah blah, that I'm the best player in the world, but I want to show you guys that I'm just an average player. Even as an average player, how good this guy is, okay? And like I'm not using any boost, and I'm gonna talk about later about some fights I soloed in Act 8 using Mr. Sinister. Um, where actually somehow with the 15, for some reason, I don't know if it's luck or it did help, but pretty much I soloed every fight in Act 8 with the 15% attack boost. And this one, I decided to record it, and I said, you know what? Let me not use boost because I want to show how good he is. And spoiler alert, I didn't solo it. You could see, but if I did have a 15% attack boost, I would have sold it. This is pretty much as bad as it gets. This is as worse as it gets when it comes to the gameplay. Uh, I don't have this video in my channel, so I don't know. I guess we can just showcase the whole thing, just show you how bad the gameplay is. And even though this gameplay is so bad that, or just average, you can say, I don't know. It's definitely not the best player's gameplay for sure. Uh, I still managed to almost solo this fight. That's how good Mr. Sinister is. And keep in mind, as you can see, I believe I did win 2 fights against Science Champion. That's why you see I have 2 passive buffs, whatever that is. So that's supposed to give me an extra 40% regen. Okay, and that couldn't come very handy in this fight if I had it, but I don't. Okay, so you could see Heimdall's gonna trigger pretty soon. Yeah, there you go. So if that regen passive is working, I would have from his synergy, from his signature ability, I would have Heimdall's ability would not have triggered. Okay, and I could have used it on this fight. And also, like I mentioned earlier, if I had the 15% attack boost, this fight would have been solo as well. So I don't really consider Diablo to be a good defender, but I don't know, maybe because he's just a boss in this fight. But, he looks like he's giving me, pretty tough time here. Again, this is, I wouldn't say the best gameplay from the best player in the world gameplay. So here, um, for some reason, so I almost got him. I think I got him to like 2%. Like I said, if I had the 15%, why did I do that? Did you see that? Why did I back up? I have no idea. I thought I wasn't gonna able to push him to special 3, but I ended up doing that. And as you know, my Heimdall already triggered, so there's no, couldn't do much about it. But you can see, I almost soloed it. And if I had a 15% attack boost, I would have soloed that fight. So what's next? Oh yeah, so let me show you that later. So again, I think this is already in my channel. What is this? So in incursion, he does so much damage. But again, I don't let incursion influence the damage from other game mode. I just want to remind you that again. But in incursion, he does so much damage. I have to fight over 4 million health to showcase you guys some, because he and also look at that. The opponent has tenacity, power lock, 1 passive, 4 million health. Okay, over 4 million health. You'll see how fast he's gonna take this over 4 million health yellow jacket. Keep in mind, this is a 6-star, by the way, and I had to fight opponent with over 4 million health just to showcase you his gameplay, because he beats opponents so fast. I mean, this fight is, and I don't even have the best hack. Like, I don't have, Heimdall doesn't really do anything for me here. And second chance, you'll see my hacks later. It doesn't do anything for me here too. So I could have what's his name? Professor X with a plus 100% special attack bonus would have been faster. Also, I don't have Tidal Combat, which also could have made this faster as well. So you could see 38 seconds, over 4 million health with a 6-star Mr. Sinister. So people have been asking where are my hacks. So second check, toxic advancement, draining degen, defense cascade. So keep in mind, there is no more defense cascade. I doubt they're gonna bring it back. But like I said, it was just too powerful for Angela to have in the game, and I do believe it's also too powerful for Mr. Sinister to have in the game. That's why they got rid of it. So these are my hacks, and I don't even have the one that increase your potency on the degen by 50%. I do have the one to increase the duration, but I don't have the one that increased the potency by 50%. So his damage could have been a lot more. Again, when it comes to second chance, it didn't really do anything against, what do you call this, against Yellow Jacket for damage. So if I had title combat, that fight would have been faster. And this is the hacks I was using for this fight as well. This guy, this is kind of like a spoiler video, so I will be posting this on my channel. And you think my fights in Incursion with Mr. Sinister is over? Think again. There are more fights in Incursion. Look at this: long distance relationship, personal space regeneration, and power shield. So he does well with power shield. Not many champions do, but he does. And over 3.6 million health. Absorbing Man. He makes the hardest fight incursion look like Act 2. That's how good this guy is. Okay, he makes, this is over 3.6 million health. It's a 6-star. He makes it look like Act 2. That's how good this guy is. Let's see how fast this gameplay is. 26 seconds. That's like almost 150,000 health per second. That's a 6-star. That is insane. Oh man. And look, I have Heimdall. Heimdall doesn't do anything to increase my damage. I could have Professor X with 4 charges to increase my damage. So what else? So let's pause the video. So this is just one of the many fights I soloed in Act 8. Okay? I mean, I will go to the game and show you guys all the fights I soloed. I don't remember exactly all. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I soloed every fight. I already showed you one of them. But, you know, it's crazy. I did solo most fights in Act 8 bosses. This is just one of them. So, just to show you how good this guy is. This is Act 8, by the way. First attempt, and this is also my first attempt. Not just first attempt with Mr. Sinister. Not just first attempt with Mr. Sinister. First attempt with any champion. I've never fought Kitty Pryde in Act 8 before. This is my first time with any champion, and this is my first time with Mr. Sinister, of course. And just solo this fight. And keep in mind, all the gameplay you see is from an average player, okay? This is not MSD's channel. You might think that all the skill gameplay, sarcasm, that was a joke, but you might see some gameplay, oh, that's MSD. No, it's not. This is coming from me, okay? So this is coming from an average player gameplay. Act 8 boss, 6-star solo. And keep in mind, he's a 7-star too. So it is crazy that how good this guy is. I mean, you know, also I want to say that, you know, I wanted to say this is Ultimate Showcase, but to be fair, there's no Battlegrounds because I don't like Battlegrounds, and most people don't care about Battlegrounds, so that's why I didn't show any Battleground Showcase. So that's why it's just a showcase, not an Ultimate Showcase. Okay? So what else? This many people believe Kitty Pryde is a hard champion to fight. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really know that. I don't think she's like super hard. Look at that. Be able to block unblockable special attack. I don't think she's super hard to fight, but I don't think she's the easiest champion to fight either. There's other champions I think that are harder to fight. or easier to fight. So do 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 do. First attempt solo with 6-star Mr. Sinister. Okay. First attempt solo. So let's see what else. So like I mentioned, I've been wanting to make this video for over 2 weeks now, and I don't want you to think about this is a guide. This is more of a showcase. I know somebody mentioned to come up with a guide for Mr. Sinister, but this is just a showcase. I'll talk about it in a different video, what I think about guides. But this was, you could see the length of it. I have been fighting this guy for over 30 minutes, and I actually started, it's already in my channel. I started fighting, I fought him, I started with 40% health, okay? 40% health, now I'm at 100% health after 30 minutes. And look at this, as you can see, I have 4 regen passives, because I think I did win some fights against Science Champion, and he gets 3 random passive buffs that could also be Science. That's why I have 4 of them. But I'm at 100% health, playing for over 30 minutes, and I'm 100% health when I started with 40% health. You know, I didn't want to actually face uh, Behemoth in 8.2 boss, because I didn't want this video to make him look bad when it comes to Mr. Sinister. And really it didn't. It just did quite the opposite. After over 30 minutes fighting, he's at 100% health when it comes to Mr. Sinister. And keep in mind, he has 4 regen passive that will give him 80% regen passive, but it doesn't work because his regen passive from signature ability doesn't work. That's how broken this guy is. I mean balance. I meant to say balance. But just imagine how he broken would be if his regen passive actually worked. I think if you up to the best players in the world, if they replace his regen passive with something else that gives him utility, that might benefit him more. But for the average player like myself, or even like newer players, having that extra regen passive is so helpful. Make him super tanky. Now let's go to the game. So I'm not gonna go through. I was thinking about going to inside the quest, but that's gonna take a while. So I pretty much soloed every fight in here in Act 8 with Mr. Sinister. But I was using 15% attack boost. Obviously here against is it 8.1.3 against Diablo, I almost soloed it. But if I had a 15% attack boost, that would have been soloed. And when it comes to Scalist, I used 1 revive, and Act 2 8.2. What? Oh no, never mind. Shoot. This is my Reno XP Gaming. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, so earlier that was my pay to win account. So this is my pay to play account when it comes to Reno XP Gaming. So I wonder if it's gonna let me. Hopefully it will. So in Act 8.1, I pretty much solo every fight, every boss with, or completion at least, with Mr. Sinister. As you can see, I didn't solo, was it 8.1.3, and Scaleless almost soloed both of them. Just used 1 revive for both of them. And when it comes to 8.2, I pretty much soloed every fight with Mr. Sinister. When it comes to completion, I'm still need to do 8.2, but I will get through it eventually. So that's really it. I mean, what can I say when it comes to Mr. Sinister? The guy is he's just that good. And I'm talking about all this showcase that I've showed you guys is coming from an average player as well as the nerf version, meaning that his signature ability from regen passive doesn't work. And I will have more gameplay with Mr. Sinister. It's just like, I would say halfway through. There are more gameplays with Mr. Sinister. Thank you.